variance of one variable explained by the other one. In the case is, how good can we predict the genotype, the allelic state of one SNP if we know the other one? If it's one, if it's a perfect correlation, then it will be like this or the opposite. That every time that we see bit A, there will be little b. Every time we see little b, there will be little a. There will be big B here. So that's perfect linkage to equilibrium. Way information in one SNP is perfectly captured by another one, by the other one. Right now, in 2024, what we do in population genetics with R-squared is using it as a filter. There are many methods that require independence between SNPs. So we filter out all the, we keep just one of every SNP pair that has an R-square above, say, 0.5. This way, we sort of assure that we are working with SNPs that behave like independent variables from one another, and this is a prerequisite for some methods. For mixtures, certainly, for PCA, although PCA will correct itself. And this is a way of getting a p-value. But now there's an important issue here that we need haplotypes. If we are working with haplotype frequencies, we need haplotypes. So and this is really old. We started with haploid data, for instance, the Y chromosome, the X chromosome in males. There you see perfectly the haplotype and the haplotypes because you only have one allele at each locus. There was a possible molecular reconstruction via allele-specific PCR or in massive parallel sequencing. We saw the examples. We can do that. We can reconstruct also haplotypes with family data, but now we do it statistically, and there are many new and interesting methods that will do at the same time haplotype phasing, knowing who goes with who, and imputation. And
what do you prefer? You did already now. I compared both remote and monographic.
I don't know about the statistical quality, but I do know that the Bayesian methods are able to accommodate the accommodate whole genomes, whereas maximum likelihood methods are so computationally intensive that you couldn't use more than 100 SNPs in that.
Okay, so in my work it wasn't so big haplotypes, but EM worked better than Bayesian, and I compared them with real data, but I was pretty sure about them. And Bayesian methods for inventing haplotypes that did not exist.
So, I don't know if I've gone too fast, and you maybe didn't realize the problem. See, we have here this person in green who is, let me go, no, there's no example here. Yeah. Here we have one G, an A G, and CC. And of course, one A would go with the C, and a G would go with the C. And of course, both will go with the T. But then here, when we get here, when we get here, we got lost because this A may go with this A, or this A may go with this G, or this G may go with this A, or the G may go with the G.
And
so that's why genotypes may not tell you about haplotypes. So, solution in these methods, we have reference genomes, and if a haplotype has been observed, then it will give you a higher weight of that possible reconstruction. So we start here as I ignore this in the middle. We start with A, C, A, C, A, C, G, A, C, G. No, sorry, ignore the G. So so the general idea is that you can sort of try and shoehorn the genotypes into existing haplotypes, or also to infer recombination events. You can do that statistically. And this C here, this CT here, or this GA here, they had not been typed in this green data. But now, since they are in the reference, we can impute this, and since it's this haplotype that we are thinking it is the correct solution, then we may estimate that this individual carried also a C here, as since the other haplotype carried a C, he or she will be a heterozygote CT for this unknown that had not, this SNP that had not been typed. This is imputation, this sort of statistical sorcery here. And on top of that, we have different haplotypes, and we can count across. We can count now across different haplotypes and estimate recombination rates as well. This is sort of historical results. Recombination grows with time and grows with effective population size, and here we see that there's less linkage disequilibrium here in African populations than Europeans and Asians, and lastly, populations with lower effective sizes, such as those in of Native Americans. Oops. And there's also a relation with time in the sense of time spent out of Africa, or distance out of Africa. So there's this nice correlation between linkage disequilibrium and the geographical distance from East Africa. The farther away you are, the more linkage disequilibrium. And this is a very complex field that I haven't been following. So we often say that the average mutation rate in the human genome is 1%, technically 1 centimorgan per megabase. But this is an average, in the same sense that the average human has an ovary and a testicle. It's an average of very diverse situations, and we know that mutation rates across the human genome is really granular. There are hotspots of recombination, and there are deserts of recombination. We know the reasons from some of the reasons of the deserts. They might be within inversions. And we know that this PRD-M9 creates recombination hotspots in a quite a rapid turnover. And for instance, they are not the same. Recombination hotspots are not the same between humans and chimpanzees, because the same mechanism, which is relative to the recombination, I have to confess that I don't know that well, changes between creates, but at the same time is destroying time recombination hotspots. This was my last slide for today. I sort of, right on time.
Right on time.
Time for me, but plenty of time for questions. And at the back, yeah.
About the haplotypes and about haplotype creation. For our exomes, for example, we genotyped everyone together. And in that step, back in the days, because it was a long time ago, like in the beginning of this year. And when I was doing it, I was thinking how, what were the things that I could do to improve the haplotype phasing. So I was wondering if it was that technology, sequencing technology thing, like I'm using short reads. I was wondering if long reads would enhance. Yeah. Or like the algorithm, or like doing previews, like talking about it.
Yeah. There's something that comes for free is that if you is having good references, which it will be difficult in the case of Brazil. You would need that someone has done it first, because I don't know if I would advise using maybe as reference a data set matching the ancestry proportions in Brazil. It have been it's be particularly specific. So if you have to spend more time, something that I would advise first for having trios. Particularly if they are easy to collect. If they are 10, go for that. I'm not saying, yeah, but if you are doing, but you already have the exomes.
Right. But it was why I was doing it because when I got the BCF, for example, and I saw that many variants were not phased, the genotypes were not phased. So I keep wondering when I see them why they are not phased and how.
Depends on what was doing. Do you use programs like Shapeit, like?
We use GTK, the best practice. Like
Use Shapeit or programs like that.
specifically for authentication.
No, it's not. It can be used with random samples. Yeah. So that's the first. Yeah, that's the first thing that we do, and that from GATT you will see it. But you need a reference. Use. I would. Try with a mix. I don't know what shapes. Sorry, what reference database for tape is being used. Let me have a look at it or answer it. And or just go to PubMed, go to any paper that uses Shapeit, and they will tell you which the reference database they use, because I don't know out of the top of my head how to. I would do that. I will
search. I will search it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a thread you can sort of pull and yeah. More questions?
Okay, I think you are tired. It's your second day.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm a really bad poker player.
Yeah.
So my face is really a glass into my soul. So, yeah, if it shows that I'm tired, I cannot hide it.
So I think we will close now. Please, não se esqueçam, né, de assinarem aquele lista de presença, depois nós vamos juramentar. E quem ainda não conseguiu, quer assistir a aula, está gravada, né, os slides ficarão à disposição. Né, foi uma super aula, a parte básica, mas é muito bom retomar de novo. Porque, principalmente, quando a gente perde de conceitos, né, então, para mim foi ótimo, excelente. Tem mais um aviso da matéria, da câmera. Então,
pessoal, um aviso, o que aconteceu? A gente percebeu agora, né? Acho que a gente nunca fez uma aula, né, contínua, mais de 4 horas, e o Teams ele para de gravar depois de 4 horas. Mas só que ele parou de gravar 5h51. Mas o que isso significou? Que a chamada não ficou gravada para quem vai assistir a gravação.
Não, ok.
Então, daí a gente vai ver o que a gente vai fazer em relação a isso. A gente manda um aviso, né, para os alunos que vão assistir de forma síncrona, como que a gente faz para contabilizar a presença de hoje. Mas a partir de amanhã a gente vai tomar esse cuidado para lançar a chamada antes dessas 4 horas, ou talvez, né, igual a Lúdia sugeriu, de pausar a gravação na hora do intervalo, né? Se fosse só esses 10 minutos, ia dar certinho, né? Então, mas só esse aviso. Mas a partir de amanhã a gente vai estar mais atento.
Ok, beleza.
And we should be careful with what we say. In the breaks, if they were being tape, but then
No recording. Yeah. Você pode dar
Muito obrigada. Todo mundo assinou a chamada aqui, certinho? Funcionou?
Nós temos que dar aqui são alunos de pós-graduação, que querem crédito na disciplina. Isso tem uma disciplina, ok? Então,
Precisar pegar isso aqui de novo, sábado, porque eu dou aula amanhã 7h30.
Ai, beleza, que bom que você lembrou.
Não, eu tava com isso em mente.